Hello YouTube, it's Andrew the Bearded Giant, and it's finally come to the point where we're going to unbox the Vulcan MigMax 215. So let's get all this stuff out on the table and we'll take a look at it. Here we go. Looks like the manual and some marketing material. Let's take a closer look. Let's open this box and I'll show you what's in the box. Styrofoam block. That's all it is. That's all it is. Thanks, Harbor Freight. I'm just kidding. All right. The regulator. Looks like an adapter union. So here's the argon CO2 flow gauge regulator. It's brass. It's hefty. Yeah, feels legit. Gas line. 2 rolls of wire. One flux and one solid for MIG welding. This is a sheet metal gauge. That's pretty nice. Has metric and imperial on it. That will come in handy. I don't have one. Oh, and here's the sheet metal gauge, the sheet metal side. The other side is the metric and the imperial. Very nice. This looks to be the solid core wire roller that's grooved. That's a nice little accessory to have. The 220 or 240 plug. The 110, 120 plug. And the MIG gun. Nice. Let's see. Well, that's longer than I can reach. I suspect that's 8, 9, 10 feet long. That's good. The grounding cord and clamp. Oh, that has good, positive grip to it. Some good brass or copper, not sure, inside there. Yeah, that's heavy duty. I like that. That's much better than the on the Chicago Electric. All right, now let's take a closer look at the machine. So in reviewing the welders, this was very appealing to me as a beginner or a novice welder. You have material thickness around the outside here. That's basically your power. So a lot of welders have the 1 through 10, which makes sense, 1 through 10. But this will list 24 gauge, 18 gauge, 14, 1/8 inch, 3/4, quarter, 3/8. And that is very helpful for the novice like myself. Also has a wire diameter between 0.025, 0.03, and 0.035. I'm not sure what manual is. I'll have to do a little reading on that. And then up here, you can switch between flux core, stainless steel, steel with the carbon argon mix, steel with straight CO2 mix, and then if you buy the optional spool gun, you can run aluminum. And then here is the wire speed. Now all these knobs are very grippy, which is nice. It's a very positive tactile feel, and I dig that. All right, this here is the wire feed control. That's this portion that goes on there, and this is the gas outlet, and up in here is where your MIG gun plugs into, and this is your grounding cable. This is amazing to me. I'm a beginner, and this on the inside lid has just a ton of information. The polarity settings for doing MIG with gas, for using fluxcore. It shows the manual settings, the auto settings, and in here it shows you the type of material: mild steel, stainless, aluminum, if you get the spool gun, and then the solid wire with either argon and CO2 or all CO2, and then flux core. And if you're doing flux core with the 0.030, 0.035, or 0.045, and then it gives you the material thicknesses you can do in 120 volt and 240 volt. So let's say I want to do 1/4 inch. So 1/4 inch in flux core, I can do that with the 0.045 wire. And it tells me the gauges I can do with that and the settings. So if I wanted to do 1/4 inch and 0.045 wire, I would need to set it at A and 5.5. So the material thickness would be 5.5, and A would be the wire speed. That's awesome. It gives you a starting point for what you're welding. Okay, I prepped a couple scrap pieces of 16 gauge 1 inch square tube, and I'm going to, and I have it on 220, and I have it on auto mode with the correct thickness and wire. I'm using the 0.030 flux core because I don't have any extra 0.035 flux core tips. So I'm going to have to go pick some up. But for this demonstration, 0.030 should be just fine. All right, maiden weld with this. Wish me luck. Not cleaned up yet, but let me clean that up and see what it looks like. You know, that doesn't look half bad. That doesn't look half bad for my first time using this machine. I'm very impressed. Okay, I think this is great. My first test weld with this, well, metal's still a little hot, but didn't turn out too bad. I think this is going to work out great for me. Has auto mode, has manual mode. I can do gas, I can do flux core. If I ever want to do aluminum, I'll get the spool gun. I think this is a good deal, and I'm pretty happy with it so far. I need to run out and get some extra tips because I have a big spool of 0.035 wire that I'd like to use. But anyway, I think I hit a home run with this. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. Hit like, leave a comment if you'd like to ask me a question or just share your opinion. But I think this Vulcan MigMax 215 is going to work out great for what I do. I'm a novice welder, hobby welder, and this is right up my alley. Thanks. Peace out.